DLSU students react to informal settlers.
1.4 na milyong informal settlers at urban poor na naninirahan sa Metro Manila ang nanganganib na mawalan ng tahanan dahil naman sa implementasyon ng Public-Private Partnership Program ng gobyerno. Ayon sa grupong kadamay, inaasahan ang mas marami pang displacement ng mahihirap na pamilya dahil naman sa demolisyon sa ilalim ng PPP scheme ng Aquino administration. Batay sa kanilang data, sinabi ng kadamay na sa nakalipas na 5 taon ng PPP implementation, tinatayang nasa 70,000 urban poor families ang nawalan bahay, habang 78 informal settlers naman ang nawalan ng kabuhayan dahil sa mga demolisyon. Sinabi pa ng kadamay na ang demolisyon ng mga mahihirap na pamilya sa mga settlement areas sa Metro Manila ay maaaring o ay isang konsiderasyon sa malalaking negosyo sa ilalim ng PPP program.
It's done.
Okay, now we're gonna ask you a few questions.
Describe what you saw.
According to the video, there were like informal settlers, and they're about to get evicted from their homes because of a government project, and there are like thousands of them, so they have nowhere to go. They're in danger of being homeless.
I saw news report on people losing their houses.
Informal settlers, are they being pushed out of their homes?
Informal settlers and how they're gonna be displaced from their homes.
A news report on people losing their homes.
Well, pretty much it was a video on how a government partnership project would affect a lot of informal settlers.
There was a lot of poor families in congested areas in Manila, and I think the government wants to do something about it.
How do you feel about it?
I feel bad because the fact that that's the only house they have and they're gonna lose it pa, and it's hard for them to get money.
It's pretty sad to know that a place that you've lived for a very long time is just gonna be demolished due to a government project.
I can't really judge anything unless I know what the PPP project is, but this is just sad to see.
So as much as like I feel bad for them, like it's the harsh reality also. It's because like, you know, they get pushed out. There are like industries that want to put up new buildings and at the expense of their home.
Oh, I feel sad because like I feel like most people are just born into poverty and they can't really choose. Like the government are just saying that they're gonna destroy their homes.
I feel kind of sad about it. The way it's always portrayed in media, it's like it's a fact that's just supposed to happen, but it's not supposed to happen.
Mixed, because from a personal standpoint, it's rough. You know, these people have had the worst that life could offer. I get the standpoint of what the government has to go through, that, you know, we have to have development and all of that, but it's hard when someone else has to pay the price. And in this case, you know, it's these informal settlers who already have it bad, and you're gonna make it worse.
What do you think about informal settlers?
A big population of them are those who are just born into it, and another portion of them are just people who fell into it.
Then I feel like they shouldn't be displaced because they worked hard at it and they're the ones who built their own houses.
They're victims of circumstance because a lot of these informal settlers, they're only there because they were born into that situation. They can't do much about it, especially because they have no means of getting education and to just better their.
Like they were born into it and it's not that easy to get out of that poor area.
It's hard to see when you have these informal settlers just want a better life, and they're forced to get out of their homes just so a building or a mall could be placed in. I mean, yes, you get development at the cost of those that we don't usually care about, people we don't usually think of.
I think it's fine as long as, you know, they aren't really doing anything illegal, and because these guys have no record of where they're from, like where they're staying or what's their income and all those other things. I think that's a bit dangerous because you don't know who these people are.
As much as I want to help them, like give them money and stuff, you can't trust them because like they're also like attached to the syndicates.
What do you think about informal settlers? Do you think that they deserve it? Was it their own fault, or do you think it's because of the vicious cycle of poverty or laziness or the government?
Yeah, I think it's poverty. Like, I'm sure there are like some people who are lazy, but then I feel like most of them work hard to like, because obviously they don't want to just stay in that poor area.
I don't think that informal settlers are lazy. I feel like it's also part of how the government system is in the Philippines, because I know that there's so many problems in our government. We don't like to prioritize what's like best for everyone.
I think it's both. Like it's both. Sometimes it's their fault, sometimes it's the government's fault, or sometimes it's just, that. Because when it happens to you, sometimes you can't control what comes after. So it could have started simple, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
It's probably everybody's fault. There's bits and pieces that come together that make up this complex mess, and we can't just blame it on one particular person or entity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's poverty's fault.
They're not lazy at all. I think they're actually one of the most hardworking people. I mean, they're trying. I think, in my opinion, in my eyes, they try to get out of poverty by, even if it's not doing the right thing. I mean, you see them doing sometimes illegal stuff just to provide for their families.
What do you think the government could do to help these informal settlers?
There's a project called Gawad Kanina where they build houses for the informal settlers and stuff like that. So it's more organized and they actually have build houses for them already.
So we fix the government's funding to put it in actual places where it's supposed to go.
They have to start using their funds wisely. It's not a surprise that corruption is a big deal in the Philippines.
I guess they could try and consider them more when they make reforms and activities.
The government needs to be recycled into a whole different system, because right now the people who are in the government aren't doing anything.
I think they should just make more programs and activities that people can join.
Give the informal settlers more chances to find a job that they can do.
So last question, what do you think you as a DLSU student can do individually or as a whole student body?
Well, currently we have our NSTP program. We take that seriously. That's already one way where we can help people.
Instead of having a big fancy debut, they just invited their friends to go to Habitat for Humanity. So instead of having a party, they just all help the kids and they build houses.
We could, what I said, we could consider their current situation. We don't have to start big. We can just, for our NSTV, we can just start in a small centralized area.
As a student body, we could use institutions we have, like the USG. One of the main things you have to do is focus on awareness.
I think these kids deserve an education, and from there, I guess they can carry themselves and they can carry the weight of the family. I think the whole reason why these kids are working is because they don't have the qualifications to do any jobs that have bigger pay.
Honestly, for NSTP, CWAT, when we do the CWAT's outreach, that's already doing a lot.
Take part in orgs, and there are many orgs not even just in school that can help build houses for the poor.